Hello and welcome. In this video, we're going to take a look at salary-based projects. A salary-based project is ideal when you need to track annual leave, sick leave, public holidays, and you aren't generating invoices. To get started, we tap the Add button on the main screen. This then allows us to set up the project type, in this case, salary. From there, we set up some basic settings for the project, so the name we want to give the project, our name, and then we can also enter in a brief description of the type of services that we'll be performing for this project, in this case, technical programming services. We can then set up an email address that will be used as the default recipient when we try to send a timesheet, expense report, or invoice via email. From there, we set up the time tracking. This is how we handle the time worked and the time on break, whether we're rounding up or down. We can then set up payment options, so our hourly rate and the currency. After setting up the payment methods, we can also set up advanced payment information, such as the currency we receive payment in. We can set up the appearance of the reports, and then we can adjust the hours per day that get used as the defaults. So at the moment we've got defaults of 8 hours for work days, sick leave, public holiday, and leave. In this case, we're going to change the default to 9 hours, and then we can easily update the sick leave, public holiday, and leave to match that. Dropbox can be used to share your timesheets, invoices, and expense reports. But before you can actually do this, you'll need to complete a one-time setup to link Contractor's Little Helper to Dropbox. At this point, we're now done and we have our project created. And you'll see on the time tracking screen, when you select the project, you now have new options of sick day, annual leave, and public holiday. If we tap public holiday, then that adds a new entry for the current day as being a public holiday. If we then go to the timesheet screen, we can see when we select the project, the public holiday which we just created. We can then also add a new timesheet entry, and we can select whether it's work time, sick time, annual leave, or public holiday. If we set the start time to the correct entry that we want, we can then tap Reset End Time, and that will automatically adjust the end time to match for the hours we've set up. We can then type in a description of the work that we actually performed on this day. Then if we wish, we can set up breaks for the day by tapping on breaks. We can add in a new one, and it automatically starts at the beginning of the day. In this case, we're going to add in our lunch break from 12 to 1. We can now see that the time on break has been updated. And the new timesheet is now present. Here are some timesheets we prepared earlier. If we now go to the project summary, we can see the hours worked, sick leave, annual leave, and any public holiday information at a single glance. From there, we can create a new report by tapping on the report button. We can create a timesheet, select when we want the timesheet to be between, the template, and if we want to receive it as an email. And then here is the timesheet that we'll get as a result of that. I hope you've enjoyed the video. In the description below, you'll find links to our website, other tutorial videos, and also a link to where you can purchase the app.